Do you want to know your local market conditions? Are you behind on payments? Are you looking for improvement tips? Or what if your home didn't sell? This is Real Estate with Ryan, your hometown expert and trusted source for the most up-to-date information. And now your host, Ryan Golding with Hometown Realty.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well today on a Saturday morning, and thank you for joining Real Estate with Ryan. So busy week as the weather's changing, the market's picking up, and if you're watching the real estate sales, they are booming. And so it's an opportunity if you think about purchasing during this year. You definitely want to get out there. New inventory hitting the market fairly recently. Talked to a lot of customers this week. Spring will be here before we know it. We've got a great important topic today for you, and we're talking about financing. What type of financing we have in 2018, any new programs, and how to save you some money in 2018. So got a good exciting show there. So let's dive right into this topic. 2018, what type of loans are out there and how can you maximize the most and kind of save on the interest rate? There's a lot of loans that have come out there, and if you're purchasing here coming up, we're going to talk about some of those. Let's talk about some of the best loans that are out there and how they may affect you if you're thinking about purchasing. Maybe you've got a home that you're selling and that property has some equity in it, or maybe it's limited equity and you need to do a zero down loan. We've got a lot of options out here, and here again, Real Estate with Ryan, we're going to talk about those options. Look, we're in the studios live. Thank you for joining us on Facebook Live. As always, of course, we're on Talk Radio 92.3 AM, 760. And our Pure Magic hotline is 865-888-TALK. So guys, you have any questions about the real estate market, don't hesitate to call. That's 865-888-TALK. First loan, veterans, VA loan. If you've heard about that loan, very common loan. Hands down, probably in the market, it's probably the best loan out there. Let me tell you why. It's 100% financing and there's no mortgage insurance. So ever, no monthly insurance ever. And so that's kind of a big deal. So our veterans are taken care of on that 100%. Now there is a funding fee. So there's a funding fee that's rolled at the end of the loan. That depends a lot on your status as a veteran and different things like that. Now if you're a disabled veteran, even partially disabled, they'll actually waive that funding fee. So that's a really good thing. So I've got a really good lender, Chris O'Graff with Gateway Mortgage, does all of our business and really helps our customer walk you through that process. He's going to be a great resource. And if you need anybody, whether we're involved or not, definitely reach out to me. Of course, his number directly is 257-7777. Chris O'Graff with Gateway Mortgage. But you can always call me, ask me any questions you have, and I can put you guys in touch. But with that VA loan, really saves you a lot of money, and the loan limit's going up to $400 or $500. I think $425, $417, just right below jumbo. So which really gives you some opportunity to save some money if maybe you're not getting what you're thinking from your house, but you want to move up and take advantage of the interest rates now with the market. Now, maybe you guys have talked about USDA loans. Pretty good loan there. That's another loan through the government, and it's Department of Agriculture. And those loans are 100% as well. And the MI, or mortgage insurance. And what's your mortgage insurance, just to recap if we haven't talked about that, is it's a monthly payment that you pay the lender every month. And it's kind of insurance. You have your homeowner's insurance. This is kind of your lender's insurance. And what it does, it doesn't protect you at all, it protects the lender. So if for some reason you don't make those payments in a reasonable fashion, then they take the property back and then they kind of cash in on the insurance, kind of a protection. So you do have a low monthly MI, and there's certain areas with USDA, but it's a really good program. We live in Hardin Valley area, Carnes. Pretty much with this program, it covers a wide range of East Tennessee. There's only a couple counties or locations that it won't cover. So allow you to maximize 100%, easy qualifying restrictions, and so I think it's a very good loan. Now the only caveat with that is there is some income restrictions. So we're restricted as a family of 4 or less. We're at $78,000. Family of 5 or more, $102,000. So that may or may not work. Just want to let you know. But if you're in that bracket, in that range, and you're looking to purchase your new home, and let's say if you're seeing like Hardin Valley or Carnes or a lot of stuff we're seeing building just kind of exploding in the marketplace, this is a really good loan for you if you're limited on cash and things like that. We know tax season is here, and we talked about getting your tax refunds. and how to use that and how to kind of maximize here on your purchases. So I want to go through these 100% options or low down payment, because with interest rates being very, very low, unless you're putting 20%, the impact is not maybe going to be there. So maybe it makes sense to, we're talking about now with inventory being a little bit lower than we've seen in a while, looking at some different options on properties and things like that to maybe need a little love, need a little fixing upping. So with some of those options, we're going to talk about later in the show about how we can do those and actually have some renovation money and have some money put aside that we can kind of fix them up, and the bank will actually finance it. So that's a pretty good deal. So USDA, just keep in mind income restrictions on that. And if you need to visit and get an idea if USDA loan will be a good opportunity for you, go right to USDA.gov, I believe, or just Google USDA loans, and they will give you a map and show you what properties will be covered and what properties should not. Now, if you're thinking about selling your home and you're in that area, just remember that you've widened the range for your property. That your home's going to be covered on a whole lot more people, and a wider range people can afford it, especially the entry buyers and sellers in that price range from your 200 and under. Just another marketing tool. Make sure your agent is exposing that. If you don't have an agent, obviously let them know and make sure that you're in that zone area there. Everybody's probably heard of FHA, another government loan that is a very good loan, covers a wide ranges of prices, and they've actually upped their price limit, which is good. But not to get into the weeds about that, but a lot of people think of FHA as you need a down payment, and you do, but it's very minimum. I like the FHA payment and the program. We do a lot of business with FHA. A good amount of our loans or homes that we're selling come through on an FHA contract. There's 3.5% down. The great thing about this, it's an opportunity for a first-time buyer or even move up. You can even get a gift from family or friends. Let's say you just get out of college, you've got some student loans, some student debt there, get a gift from mom and dad. FHA is a good product. So 3.5% down on your FHA loan. Just keep in mind, you could do a gift. Now with these programs, how much do I need for a down payment? And that's always the question. Really just depends on where you want to keep your payments and what the prices are. And that's why it's always a good step that before you start looking online or get an idea online, obviously you start looking at some houses, let's get pre-qualified. Let's show exactly what you're looking to pay, and let's make sure your payments are in line with everything else. I think that as well as don't forget this. With these loans, both VA, USDA, and FHA allow the seller to pay closing costs. Closing costs are something typically paid by the buyer, but you are allowed to put those into the offer and truly could get in with just a couple $100 if we get the seller to pay closing costs. You guys are listening to Real Estate with Ryan. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk more about that, renovation loans, investment properties, stated loans, and yes, the builder loan, how you can own or build and save thousands. Thank you guys for staying with us. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Take your business's marketing to the next level. Recognize employees. Thank your loyal customers. Contact Richard with Access Solutions today and put his 13 years of experience to work for your business's marketing. Richard can provide food, plush animals, apparel, travel kits, and many other items with your logo decorated on them. Items are available for any size budget. Call Richard today at 865-386-3667. That's 865-386-3667. Or find him on social media at RSE Prince. Hey Knoxville, are you tired of the same old fast food delivery pizza? Let me introduce you to Mario's Pizza and Grill in Farragut. Mario's prepares everything from scratch every day. They feature delicious American and Italian specialties, like their 4 varieties of scratch-made lasagna. They don't cut corners when it comes to your meal. They make all their pasta noodles, meatballs, cheese ravioli, pizza dough, and signature sauces in-house. They prepare their veggies, ground beef, chicken, sausage, and bacon fresh every day. Mario's Pizza and Grill has the best pizza in town, but that's not all. They have pizza, wings, calzones, burgers, sandwiches, pastas, homemade sweets, and fabulous salads. Mario's has something for everybody. Mario's is locally owned and operated and located a quarter-mile west of Costco near the Orange Dinosaur at 10943 Kingston Pike. Check out Mario's menu or order online at mariospizzaandgrill.com. Call 865-675-8660. Dine in and get a free salad if you mention this ad. A member of ITEX. Your ITEX dollars accepted here. Weekday afternoons from 4 until 6. It's The Ride with Rick Allen and his basket of deplorables.
One of the guys I worked with then was the biggest Alabama fan ever was, and I think he just ruined Alabama.
Ruined it for you.
Oh, it's terrible.
Say that again, ruin it for you.
Ruined it. And ruined it. Don't ask me to spell it. And then I've got a dear friend, a lot of dear friends that are Alabama fans, so I'm happy for them.
Every weekday afternoon at 4. The Ride. Talk Radio 92.3 and AM 760. It's Real Estate with Ryan on Talk Radio 92.3 and AM 760. Got a question for Ryan? Call the Pure Magic Hotline at 865-888-TALK.
Thank you guys for staying with Real Estate with Ryan. I'm your host, Ryan Coleman. My wife couldn't be here today, so solo in the studio. So we were talking about those programs. What's the best opportunity to maximize your money, save your down payment, and kind of limit your cash to get into your new home in 2018. And we covered a lot of the government programs that are popular and your best choices out there. We'll talk about your conventional mortgage, but going back on those topics, what's really, really important on those, we're recapping about closing costs. Closing costs are run about 3 to 4% of the sales price. Keep in mind. So if you're buying a $200,000 house, you're talking about $6,000, $7,000 that you may be needing for down payment. So very, very important if some of these programs will allow seller contribution, things like that, that you can work with us at our office to try to see if we can negotiate that for you to limit your money. We'll go to Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. That's a conventional loan. They've got some programs out there, 3% and also a 1%. Really good option, especially when you start going up in the price range. It is probably most commonly used in Knoxville, along with FHA and VA. So a lot of conventional loans out there, and is a good source for opportunity. Good credit, have to be pretty strong. Debt ratios have to be in line. Let's talk about this product, and it's I don't think it's used that much, John. This product is called the FHA 203K. Now with the market where we're at now, and we touched on the other side of the break, that inventory is thin. And so what we need is an opportunity, some of the price range, if you're the builders are entering in, let's say starting at 300, for a time you're in there and getting the kitchen sink, it's 400. And so the opportunity to push past a lot of people's budgets is, where do we find affordable housing? Where do we find something that meets in our price range, that we're not house poor, and still want to be in the school zones and districts that we have. I want to tell you about this 203K loan. We've used it for years. It's been around. It's a FHA product, believe it or not. Not a lot of lenders in town do it. Takes a little bit of effort, but it is a great program. It allows up to 6 months of payments while you're rebuilding or renovating the house. Gives you $35,000 above list price. So let's say the house needs some paint, some carpet, but it's got good bones, it's got good structures, it's got the lot and the location that you need. We can do this loan, do the renovation, and add it to the sales price. Really good product, really good product. And the difference with that product is you can get that gift. We talked about a couple weeks ago about some grant money. So you want to check on some grant and some gift money, depending on where your property is located. Each locality, Knox County, Knox City, all has some money allocated by the government and states, and that has to be getting rid of every year. So just depending on the criteria, you may qualify with that. John, you got a question on that? Well, just 3.5%, just as your FHA mortgage, and that could be a gift, or we're talking about our grant money. So depending on where the property is located, depending on your income and things like that, there may be a possibility for grant money. But even if there isn't grant money, at 3.5%, if with this program closing costs and things could be offset, you got a fixer-upper now, you're in for a couple $1,000s. Yeah, well, versus let's say you're looking, let's use an example of our backyard, Hardin Valley. You find something that's $250, new construction's going $350 to $400. That $250 needs a little love, needs a little updating, getting the kitchen where we need to, but the bones, the structure, everything is really, really good. But we can spend 30 grand. You're in your budget range, you're in your payment range, and it all makes sense. And so those are things that were for shopping for homes. Don't rule out the fixer-upper. Don't rule out those properties. And we've got a lot of them that are coming through, whether there's foreclosures, auctions, short sales. just maybe owners that are estate sales, things that need a little love, or investment properties that maybe haven't been updated to the owner occupant. Gives it an opportunity to look at that. And a lot of people with that program are not aware that you could do that renovation and add it to the loan. And I'll piggyback on that, John. You know, your conventional loan has another product, and it's called Home Style. And it's the conventional style of the FHA. They'll let you do 50% of the sales price, above the sales price. Now, the key with that is you can't buy a property that's over market value. You know, so you have to be getting a good deal. But what this eliminates is taking money out of the 401k or liquidating the savings. You know, you've got a good deal. You can spend $30,000 or $40,000 into the deal, and now you've got, you know, a 290 house, 300, but it's totally renovated and to your liking. And we both know when Mama comes through, Mama wants to change the kitchen and things are going to be changed. And I was talking to my lender before the show, and he said, you know, she's going to do that anyway. She's going to do those changes and things like that. Real short, and then your contractor is required for that. We've got an exclusive program with our Lender Gateway. It's called a lock-in shop. You can get pre-approved, 30 days, lock the rates. If the rates are going up, we'll guarantee that rate and make sure that you're covered so the rates don't go out of the ordinary. Again, our time always flies on the show. It's Real Estate with Ryan every Saturday, 11 o'clock a.m. in the studios on Talk Radio, 92.3 FM, AM 760. You can reach me in my office, 693-SOLD, or ryancoleman.org. And again, as always, we'll be here every Saturday with you, and wish you guys a happy weekend, and stay busy. Take care. Hey guys, as always, time always flies live on the studio, but I wanted to kind of close some of those topics that we didn't have a chance to go through. We talked about our home style loan. A contractor is required. So they do require a contractor on those loans. So any contractor to do the loans, you got 6 months to do the payments. So you can defer it. So if you're in a rental or if you're in an existing house and you need to remodel it, you got 6 months to do it, okay? We've got some high net worth properties, our doctors, our lawyers. Maybe you're retired, you've got a huge 401k program or some reserves. Guess what? We don't even need you to qualify. No income is required. So it's called an asset program. Really neat product. It's a niche market. Nobody has it out there. Call my office if you have any questions about that. If you're thinking about purchasing, especially if you're retired and you think you don't have any income coming in, that won't be the factor because we've got a product for you, if that makes sense. I wish I could have got to this on the show. We just never have enough time. We'll come back to it. If you're purchasing a home, and let's say that you're looking closer to retirement, our reverse mortgages, yes, you can purchase a home, reverse mortgage. And how that program works is you got to have 50% down. 50% down, but you never make a payment after that. So let's say, you know, you've got a property, you've got a 20, 30-year mortgage on it, you know you're never going to pay it off. We'll do a reverse mortgage, put 50% and never have the payments. Enjoy life, enjoy traveling, and that's an opportunity. Now that's through HUD, FHA. You've heard of the FHA reverse mortgage, but we can actually do the purchase. It's a good product. Chris will help you through that. I don't know all the details with it, but it's a good program, and it's helped a lot of people that are thinking about purchasing make that move. Our lock and shop, let's go back to that, our lock and shop in that program. Rates are on a rise. We're going to see above 5.5, probably at the end of the year. What does that mean for you? Well, as the spring market picks up, the rates are constantly moving and adjusting. So you've got a certain budget. You don't want to go past that budget, and you want to keep it somewhat conservative. A half point is a big difference. So what we want to do is do our lock and shop program. We'll lock you in for 30 days. After 30 days, we'll give you another 30 days to close. If the actual program, if the rate is better in the market, you get the better choice. So we never charge the higher amount. Again, that's not us, that's with Gateway Mortgage. But just some programs that we have out there. We didn't get a chance to get in that, but we've got some great credit unions that we use as well. And they've got a really good 100% program. It's a 15-year term. They do a balloon at the end. Now the balloon means it's all due and payable. You either have to refinance it or sell it at that point. But if on entry level, you don't have a whole lot of cash to get in, it's a really good rate here with the credit union. You can call my office and we can get you that information and help you if that's an option to purchase. And let's see what else we have here. Whole lot of things going here on Real Estate with Ryan. Busy, busy, busy Saturday. I think that's the highest loans that are most popular and loans that you'll see. We do have some jumbo products. They've changed a lot of your luxury financing, anything about that. They've extended the limits, which makes it really, really good. All in all, if you're looking to borrow money in 2018, there's a lot of options, a lot of opportunities. Get with my office. We've got a lot of opportunities to give you the best financing available to save you thousands on your next purchase and hopefully negotiate a best purchase for you, get some closing costs paid, and find you, more importantly, find you the right property that makes sense. Every Saturday, 11 a.m. live, 92.3 FM, the only station you can trust, Talk Radio. We're here in the studios and appreciate you guys staying with us. Do me a favor. Everybody knows somebody that's thinking about buying or selling real estate. We like to be that trusted source. We'd like to be there and help your family make your next purchase or your sale. My office number is 693-SOLD, 693-SOLD, or you can visit me at ryancoleman.org. We can be any help at all, any assistance, whether we're involved or not. We'd love to be considered for the opportunity. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.